Hi, I'm Empty Pockets and welcome back to Pockets World. I'm currently standing in the closest village to Tutorial World with an update to my chicken farm for Java. I was genuinely surprised to hear that most chicken farms broke in 1.21.6 for both Java and Bedrock, simply because both my versions sailed straight through without even a small hiccup. However, my Java version, though close, was never 100% lossless. Today, that changes. A big shout out to Nuvola MC's latest video on this topic has inspired me to improve my version. So let's jump straight into the build. On screen should be the items you're going to need for the working part of this build. It's very simple, it's not too much, it's 4 barrels, 3 hoppers, 1 dispenser, 1 comparator, 1 observer, either a slab or stone cutter. After seeing Nuvola MC's video, I think I'll stick with the stone cutter. The aesthetics for that looks good. 1 cauldron, 3 pieces of redstone dust, a block of your choice, doesn't matter what, and a bucket of lava. You're also going to need a couple of other blocks, doesn't matter what they are, just for the front. Also a trap door. The build itself, the working part goes in these 6 blocks here as the footprint. In it, the walls, if you're making the small version, go around this yellow and white section here. I'm going to build it out a bit to make it look like more of a shop than anything else. So let's get on with that. First up, you need 4 barrels down, like so. Same as the Bedrock version this time. In these 2 barrels here, you want hoppers facing into them. This side, you want to put the dispenser facing to the left, like so. This dispenser faces to this left side here. On the back of this dispenser goes your last hopper. In front of this, you want to put your stone cutter. Again, I'll reiterate, you can use a slab here. It works just as well. Above this stone cutter, you want to put in the cauldron, like so. Then you want to fill that with lava. Behind there, you want a solid block of any choice on top of this dispenser. Doesn't matter what block it is, it can even be a flammable block because it's not going to catch a light. That's one big advantage with this design, because the lava is in the cauldron, it's not going to burn anything. Out of the back hopper here, you want your comparator. Jump up to the block we've just placed. Shift click an observer into that comparator so the face is downwards. On the side of this observer, place whatever blocks you want. I'm going to use spruce log. That is the working part of this chicken farm done. So your chickens are in a box up here because of the walls. They lay eggs. Those eggs go into this hopper, into this dispenser. If there's room in this middle barrel or this middle hopper, they will drop straight through into it. Once this hopper here is full and it can hold no more eggs, they will fire automatically into this section here and occasionally spawn a chick. Those chicks grow up, they get their heads stuck in this cauldron and they cook, dropping them through this system into this hopper, into this barrel. But they cannot fly up into this here. I came up with the design way back in 1.16 on Bedrock, simply because I found I was losing more chickens on the Bedrock versions than there were being laid. So therefore I was getting, I think I was getting 5 chickens out of every 100 that hatched. Similarly with Java. They did fix things, but I developed this and it's helped me right through since. The Java version's never been 100%, but this should make it so. So let's get on and do the aesthetics of this farm. A lot of people put in a glass block here, keep the chickens in, which is perfectly fine. I don't. I usually put in a trapdoor. That way, if I want to feed the chicks any extra grass seed I have, I can do so. And they'll grow up, hit the edge in there, come through here. You can also close it. Let's start by getting the posts and walls in. I'm going to stick with this here and bring these the same here. Go up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And across here, in fact I can take those off, I think. Yeah. Across here, bring this piece this way. In general, I want to keep the same sort of theme as the village, but slightly different. This thing goes across here, like so, and again here, and again here. You should end up something looking like that. Next I want to get these chickens in. So I want 2 temporary blocks there. On this back wall here, I'm going to lay that there, that do, and that there, and that in there. I'm just mixing the blocks up a little bit. One there, and a cracked one here. I was thinking about making them steps, but then I decided I'd change my mind. However, saying that, that's precisely what I'm going to do here. Put steps rather than solid wall. That can go there. Just to break it up a little bit. Those can go in like so. That can go up there like so, and there. I think that gives it a little bit more character. Again, we can come across with this one here, there, there, and there, and again here, 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 and here. That's both chambers sorted out. Now I just need my chickens in here. Obviously I'm in creative, so I'm going to use a spawn egg, but in survival, get enough eggs so you end up with 2 or 3 chickens in there, breed them, or if like me you have a little chicken pen somewhere just for aesthetics, you can collect enough eggs to throw in there and probably get 24 chickens. How you get them in there is up to you, but you want 24 in there. This farm will not take any more than that because of the one hopper. For me, it works fine because I don't eat that much chicken, but it produces enough for me to survive them. Once you have your chickens in there, stick a light on top of them, and that's it. You then take your 3 pieces of redstone from earlier and put them on the top in this shape, this L shape here. So when eggs drop into here, it will send a signal to here. The observer picks that up. The signal is then transferred to the redstone, which comes through to here and here. Because this block is on top of the dispenser, it will cause that dispenser to fire. As I said earlier, they come in here, and once this egg system's full, chickens will fly into here. Well, the chicks. It's a pretty simple system, and I believe that's why it didn't break. Right, that's the farm working. Now just to complete the aesthetics. I'm happy with that. In fact, what I might do is actually take this out of here and put in brick or granite and brick and make a chimney. We can worry about this piece in a minute. A simple one like that would do. In here I want a smoker next to a couple of dark oak slabs. On the sides here I want 2 steps, upside down steps, the trapdoors on either side, like so. On top here I want bench gates, like so. Make sure you do not open these, otherwise you're going to have fun getting your butcher back in here when you do get in there. Couple of light lanterns here and here, won't hurt. I'm going to change the position of these slabs and this smoker 1 block back. I think it'll look better. Still can't get out there, that's good. That way I can put in shelves there, oh yeah, shelves there. I can also put some up here and go further back to the back and put those there, like so. Right, next I want a butcher in there without having to pick up 3 fishermen. So let's get that done. I'll put a butcher in here. There we go. Right, that's my butcher locked in. Now I can let him round this way and into here. That's it. Done. Next I want to put my roof on and put a ceiling in here. I'll put 3 panes of glass there, another 3 there, and that should be it. I'm not sure, but I'll put that there. I'll put some chickens up the top here. Do the trim. That goes there, 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 and there. Goes here, here. That'll do nicely. Doesn't need to be there. Again, we can use cobblestone here. Like so. Goes in there like that. These tile blocks here. The aesthetics that you want to do is perfectly up to you. I'm just using this. Again, I want these too high. Again, more bricks. That one there. Get there in a minute. It's up to you what you do here. There's no set thing because there's a light there. You don't actually need to fill this in. Nothing's going to spawn in here after all. But optionally, you can just grab your cobblestone, fill a block of any sort and just fill it in. There's no actual need though. This section here is going to be where the chickens go. And again, you want to make sure I've got something to work with. Put a few chickens. 4 I do. Or 3, 2. I'll put 4. Come up here and stick a light in there. That way it's lit up in there at night. Nothing's going to spawn up there. And you've got a few chickens in there. And for the top, I'm just going to do this. Get buttons so nothing spawns up here. I think that's it. I think that's the build apart from this piece here. So I'll knock that one out there. Put that in. Put that in there. Put another brick one here. And here. That's your chicken farm done. And someone to trade chickens with, etc, etc. And you can reach all these from the front, like so. I've put some item frames on here to show what's in each barrel, although it's not really necessary. This guy's got his smoker. There's no extra storage with this unless you want to put it down in the floor here. As you can see now, we have chicks starting to come through, which means this barrel and the back hopper are now full. So I'm going to give it a while, let these grow up and see our first chicken come in here. In the meantime, I've decorated it a little bit. I've put some lanterns in here. I've got chicken and eggs here, apart from the middle one, which is a feather. I've put on a roast chicken on the smoker. These are sauces and herbs and whatnot in jars. This is a live herb, salt and pepper. Around here. I've not done any decoration on the back yet. So let's go and do that now. This is my roof. I've patterned it like this so that it gives it some sort of texture. I'm not going to make it old. I may do later on, but as for now it's a new building, so there's no leaves or anything around it. But what I can do, barrel there, I can put a hay barrel here, put a chest on top of that, double chest, like so. Put an extinguished fire there. Doesn't need a lot of decoration. And just get some bone meal and bone meal the area a little bit. Just don't overdo it too much. Don't want too much in here. Round back spine as is. Just a little bit. Make it look a bit overgrown in here. And that's fine. And we can take this path outwards maybe. Here. Here. And maybe a couple of fence posts there. I think that's about it. I don't want to overdo it. So as I said, we'll wait for the chickens to come through into this barrel. Then wrap it up. As you can see, we're getting a few chicks in there now. As you can see, the chicken farm is now up and running and producing chicken. We've now got 10 in there. Yeah, 10 and 11 feathers. Occasionally, because I've got the mod, just mob heads, then I'll get chicken heads as well. Which is why I did this up here, put that up there as a display and put a chicken head there. So yeah, I've left that open like that. I could cover it up and make it look pretty, but I think that suits the vibe because that's the industrial kitchen producing lots of cooked chicken. So I'm going to leave that as is. I put a little bed in there. Don't know whether you can see that from here. I put a little bed down there so this dude can actually sleep when it becomes night time. It's on daylight cycle at the moment, but when it comes off that, dude can go to sleep and be happy working away in this kitchen. I will be doing this build over in Bedrock, so Bedrock people can have a look at it. But I don't envisage any changes to the actual mechanics. I will be publishing that one fairly soon. But that one wraps it up for today. So if you've enjoyed the video, please smash that like button. It's much appreciated. Leave a comment, and if you have any problems with the farm, certainly contact me through the comments, and consider subscribing. After I've done the Bedrock build, I will be publishing my agenda 2026. I may actually put that into a video format, I'm not sure yet. So keep an eye out for that. So until next time, take care, bye.